I'm honored to address the Human Rights Council in my capacity as President of the Inter-American Commission on Human Rights on some of the most serious human rights situations we're observing in the Americas. The Commission has observed the weakening of democratic institutionality and judicial independence, including state actions by different branches of government that pose significant threats to the principle of the division of powers and the effective functioning of the system of checks and balances. We have noted the persistence of high levels of impunity and corruption, both structural and circumstantial, which threaten the rule of law and weaken social confidence in state institutions. The Commission reaffirms that due diligence in the investigation and punishment of human rights violations and crimes against humanity, as well as the guarantees of non-repetition, are essential for the maintenance of an effective justice system. In this regard, we emphasize the vital importance of respecting the judgments of the Inter-American Court on Human Rights. The Commission has observed illegitimate and/or disproportionate restrictions to the freedoms of expression, peaceful social protest, association, and assembly. In addition, it has observed the criminalization of protests and the cancellation of the registration of civil society organizations, all of which result in the progressive closure of civic space. Likewise, the Commission is monitoring the intensification of the militarization of citizen security tasks. We are particularly concerned about the recurrent use of states of exception to address citizen insecurity, as these can also be gateways to systemic human rights violations. The Commission has received reports of mass incarcerations, denial of due process rights, and judicial protection, as well as other human rights violations perpetrated by security forces under the cover of states of emergency. Aware of the magnitude of the challenges in preventing and addressing violence, the Commission has reiterated that states must ensure compliance within the limits established in international human rights protection systems. This applies to both prevention and response mechanisms within any citizen security policy. Finally, I would like to recall the importance of international scrutiny of human rights in context of weakening democratic institutions and the rule of law. In this regard, the Inter-American Commission on Human Rights has condemned Venezuela's decision to suspend the activities of the Technical Advisory Office of the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights, following its statement on the enforced disappearance of human rights defender Raúl San Miguel, which was also denounced by the Commission. I conclude this brief intervention by reaffirming the need to continue coordinating the efforts of the universal and inter-American human rights system with a view to addressing more effectively the complex challenges we face today. Thank you very much for your attention.